I would like to get out 1,500 copies to Detroit, New Orleans, St. Louis, Baltimore, Newark, Oakland, Kansas City, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Memphis, Atlanta, and Chicago. Something that's interesting to note here is that it says there's some criticism of the ranking crime data here, and you click on it here and it scrolls you down, and it says the FBI website recommends against using its data for ranking because these rankings lead to simplistic and/or incomplete analysis that often create misleading perceptions, adversely affecting cities and counties along with other residents. The FBI website also recommends against using its data to judge how effective law enforcement agencies are, since there are many factors that influence crime rates other than law enforcement. And this is the key thing that I want you to pay attention to. It says there are many factors that influence crime rate. If you read further along here, it says don't use the ratings to judge police departments, but also opposing any development of city crime rankings from FBI uniform crime reports at all. I'll tell you why this is shocking. We have New Orleans. We have Detroit and New Orleans at 54.6 and 53.2 negligent manslaughters or murders per 100,000 population. And you really don't get the gist of how high these numbers are until you do a search on world murder rates, and you'll see but there are several cities on the list. Most of them are in Mexico, where the U.S. has done this guns for drugs deal. So there's heavily armed, heavily equipped drug cartels out there basically battling the government for power. And if you look at the rank, you'll see that Louisiana and Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, and New Orleans are right up there with some of those extremely, extremely high homicidal rate cities in Mexico. That should tell you right there that there's a serious problem going on. And for the FBI or whoever to say that they don't want you necessarily using this data in order to rank police departments or rank how good they are policing or doing law enforcement, it really raises a red flag for me. These murder rates are not accidental. These high murder rates are not accidental, and they're not necessarily trying to get the numbers down. What we have to do is we have to take some control back on our own